Well, I'm back on track, and I lost 2 more pounds, more than I was before Christmas and New Year's eating binge on my part, where I gained 13.5 pounds. Yes, I can say thank you, Oprah Winfrey, because she was part of the reason why I lost that 2 pound, I think. As you may know, I've been on a weight loss journey from July 4th of last year to the end of October of this year. The purpose of the weight loss journey? To lose 50 pounds in support of the Republicans maintaining control of the House. Oh, by the way, that means I would just be entering the healthy weight range. Yes, I started out at 229 pounds, and I want to get down to at least 179. Actually, at most 179, because it'd be nice to be less than that, wouldn't it? So, before Christmas, I weighed 207 pounds. After Christmas and New Year's, after having a lot of fun with a lot of family and friends, I gained 13.5 pounds. Well, I have successfully lost that poundage. Well, you have to admit that some of it was probably just water weight with a lot of sodium, but there was some obvious fat that developed because of all the eating. And I did that because it was fun. And as some of you also know, I have decided that my weight loss journey should be gentle on myself and gentle on everybody else around me. Which means that if my wife wants to go out to dinner, then I go with her. I just choose the right things to eat and how much I eat. So after the Christmas and New Year's eating binge, I'm back on track. I've lost 2 more pounds than I had beforehand. That makes it 205. And yes, there are 2 new stars on the Hungry Strike for America official sign. They're on the second row of stars, 1 on each end. That completes that second row. And yes, the next star I get will be my halfway point, 25 pounds. Yes, I'm almost halfway there. 1 more pound, I will be doing a celebration. But by the way, words of wisdom that I read someplace, I think it was in Dr. Furman's book, Eat to Live, or is it Live to Eat? I always forget that, because to me, living and eating, I have lots of fun living and I have lots of fun eating. So I need to also be healthy because I love being healthy. Anyway, back to what was I looking at? What was I thinking about? Oh yes, I believe in that book. The words of wisdom are, if you're going to celebrate achieving a weight loss goal, don't do it by eating something. Pick something else. And for me, putting stars up is good after every pound. I also color in some additional states in the official United States map for the Hungry Strike for America. This time I got to color in Alaska and Arizona. As you may recall, I've been coloring in the states, 1 state for each pound. Great that there's 50 states, right? Coloring in each state in the order that they voted for President Trump. So Alaska voted for President Trump 55.5%, and Arizona voted for President Trump 52.25%. So Alaska is number 23, Arizona is number 24. Looks great, doesn't it? I'll be providing some more information on Alaska and Arizona, the political side, and the voting in 2026 in my next video. Remember, I've also divided these videos into 2. One primarily weight gain, or excuse me, it's no longer weight gain now, weight loss, and the other one primarily the 2026 elections. But there's no doubt that the reason why I'm doing this, besides my health, is to work with Speaker Johnson to support him to maintain a majority in the House. Actually, also to gain a bigger majority. So let's spend a little bit of time about my weight loss journey. Yes, I had to severely restrict the calories I was taking in, and yes, I was very careful with what I ate. But you know, just losing 1 pound a week, well, actually, normally just losing 1 pound a week allows you to eat a lot of good stuff, and some stuff that's not so good for you, but you still like. One of my doctors, yes, I have a back doctor, a knee and shoulder doctor, and a general practitioner, as well as some other things like dermatologist, dentist, skin, that kind of stuff. Why? Because I have a bum knee, a bum ankle, a bum back, a bum shoulder. You know, this is all important stuff to do, by the way. Have a lot of medical input. I also did a lot of watching of YouTube videos with regard to therapy and that type of thing. That all helped me to develop a do-it-yourself workout and therapy regime at home, as well as having spent some time with 2 different therapists. I have to admit that Oprah Winfrey assisted in my final weight loss journey this last week for me to get back on track finally and to lose that 2nd pound of the 2 pounds I did lose from before the Christmas weight. Let me replay that clip that shows Oprah Winfrey saying the ridiculous statement that she did that made me really get disappointed in her greatly. That got me to be greatly disappointed in her. I've always been disappointed in her with how she's been supporting radical left people, Democrats. Here's the clip.
You don't overeat and become obese. Right. Obesity causes you to overeat. Right. Obesity causes you to have all of that food noise.
You know, I was overweight, obese, going into Christmas and New Year's. I still decided to eat all that stuff, gained all that weight, not because I have a genetic predisposition, which I do, because I do love to eat, and my body knows how to make fat really well, not because I have a genetic predisposition to be obese and therefore I eat. It's because my brain, my willpower, my brain told me, I told myself, I want to do this eating. I want to enjoy Christmas and New Year's with my family and friends. How do you tell grandkids that you can't eat a piece of cake? Because all my grandkids are in great shape, by the way. Oprah Winfrey's words kept resounding in my brain. That helped me have my willpower to say, no, she's wrong. This is all on me. I'm not a victim. I can overcome my desire to eat because it feels good to eat. It feels good to be full. It feels good to taste all that stuff. But I also know that that causes weight gain. It causes fat developed. And I know that that is unhealthy. I also know that getting injections for weight loss or pills for weight loss or whatever they're going to be coming up with is artificial. It's artificial and it has negative impacts. Plus, you don't get the sheer joy of losing weight and knowing that you did it. And I also do lots of exercise, oh, by the way. And so I get feeling better all the time because I'm losing weight, gaining muscle. Life is good. Life is great. You get injections, you lose muscle, you get injections. You're still supposed to diet and exercise. And when you transition off, you're supposed to diet and exercise. Well, if you don't have the willpower to diet and exercise your way out of your fat, are you going to have the willpower to diet and exercise while you're losing weight and buying new clothes and getting out there? You're just going to be constantly rationalizing that it's okay. It's okay to go and enjoy yourself here, and it's okay to go enjoy yourself there. You can enjoy yourself. On a natural weight loss journey, you can enjoy yourself. You enjoy yourself by knowing that if you don't eat or drink anything bad for you, your body will take care of you and you will lose weight. And you be gentle on yourself. You lose 1 pound a week, half a pound a week, or just stop gaining. Maybe that's what you need to do first, is just stop gaining. So anyway, Oprah Winfrey really helped me. Thank you, Oprah. But I think what she said just supports a victim mentality, which I believe will really negatively impact a lot of people. And oh, by the way, I know she said there are genes. Well, the fraction of people that have the specific gene that makes you feel never full is extremely, extremely rare. Yes, there are genes in your body, you have them and I have them, that say make fat, store up. That's called being a survivor a long time ago. You know, back when you didn't have very much to eat, when you had stuff to eat, you made fat. That allowed for you to go through the time periods that were hard. That allowed you to survive through the time periods where you had nothing to eat. Yes, there are certain genes that some people have that other people don't have that cause fat to be created in a more efficient manner. Well, guess what? About 40% of the people have those genes. They've had those genes for hundreds of thousands of years probably. What was the average weight of a woman, for example, since we're talking about Oprah? In 1950, I think it was around 135 pounds. What was the average weight of a woman in the most recent one? 175 pounds. So women have gained 30 pounds. Actually, the average woman has gained 36 pounds since 1950. The average woman has gained weight in the United States because of what? Genetics? No. Because of more food, yes, is available, but you have to use your brain to not want to eat it. Now here is something from the Big Bang Theory where Sheldon talks about using his brain to control eating something that isn't right for him to eat.
I can smell that food truck from up here.
Just close the window if you don't like the smell.
Of course I like the smell. It's salt and fat. My brain may be evolved, but my tongue still wants to pick up a club and drag that truck back to my cave.
So there's something you like, but it's also driving you crazy. Been there, doing it now.
No, it's a distraction. Now, how can I focus on my work when all I can think about is how much I want that sandwich?
So go get one.
I can't just give in to every urge I have when I have it. That's why I have a rigid schedule. It's bad enough I had to give in to my urge to create a rigid schedule.
You know, why don't I just go down to the food truck and ask them to move?
Why are you taking cash?
No reason.
You know, Warren Buffett said, controlling the budget is just like controlling your weight. You just push yourself away from the table. There's this famous clip that I use every now and then. I look at it just to remind me that I don't need to eat as much as I want to eat.
I haven't really ate nothing since I've been here.
You're not gonna fade away. You're gonna be fine.
I still have to eat something.
No. You're eating the food that belongs to the next 4 years ahead of time. So if you don't eat, you're gonna be all right. At your weight, body got the reserve that you don't need anything for a week or two. You're not gonna have anything gonna happen.
So this ends this video. I'll be doing another one in a couple days on the election, 2026 election, going over Alaska, Arizona, and more importantly, some information about my predictions for the House. If anybody says they know what's going to happen, of course, they're wrong. So it's a prediction. A lot of it depends upon the Supreme Court hearing, and we don't know yet when that's coming out. So stay tuned in a couple days for my next video. Thank you for watching this one. Your support has allowed me to continue being rewarded, part of my reward, of losing weight. You know, I put the star on, color in a state, and I make the video. But you know, when I don't lose weight, I still make the video because that is part of the Honor and Knowledge channel. Honor means that you fess up when you don't do the right thing. And guess what? When Oprah Winfrey couldn't lose the weight without the injections, that's okay for her to use the injections if that's what she wants, but it's not okay for her to make that statement. I think that was morally wrong. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this video. God bless you. God bless President Trump and the United States of America. See you in a couple days.